Good evening and happy Tuesday, everyone.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Are you ready to build, build, build?
I think so, probably.
I hope so.
Or,
Otherwise,
or,
what are you
or
doing in a Satisfactory stream?
I don't. I have a lot of rebalancing the silica to do, and you've got plans for more
I have,
ammunition, and even as we speak, as we've been doing sound checks, you've already been laying train track.
yes, the God, there's so much train track to lay. But,
There is.
at
My
the
gosh.
end of this stream, I want to have the first running trains on this giant rail network that I've been building. I will do it. I promise.
I'm gonna put the sticky post in, and then I'll fire up the game views here.
Mhm. And hopefully my stream settings are better this time. By better, I mean it doesn't look like a Picasso painting when I play. I did some tuning with Vanya before we actually went live, so I'm hoping that that works out. It turns out that when they tell you you should set some advanced settings to do the thing right, you should do the advanced settings. I don't know if you knew this, but
Oh.
reading the manual is actually like a good idea.
Wow, who'd have thunk it?
I know, right? Not me.
All right, well, I will get us into the game then. Here I am at my aluminum
Rock you like
setup.
a
You are
hurricane?
over at Weapons Wharf.
Hmm.
Oh, say again?
Oh, here I am, rock you like a hurricane?
I guess. They haven't added weather effects yet, though we did run
Yet.
into some strangeness during testing, which I'll cut in here so you can see. But
Yeah.
is it snowing?
Mm, no?
Because
Not that I can see.
I'm seeing particles in the air. Look up at the sky. Because
Oh,
I'm seeing
I'm seeing like
northern lights.
dragonflies.
I'm seeing the dragonflies, but I'm also seeing like particles like snow, and I'm seeing northern lights. I'm seeing a northern lights effect, and you are not.
Huh. Huh. I'm not sure what's up with that.
I'm glad I'm recording this. I was
Is it still
mystified.
showing up on your end?
We will know when it is nighttime.
Okay. Okay.
So the first thing I need to do is put a valve on this pipe that is taking water back into the first step of the aluminum process.
Just to prevent like backflow.
Yeah, just so that like I don't get even more excess liquid than I need to.
Always
Yeah,
the
the
trouble with
limit's
aluminum
the
setups.
limit's fine. I just need this to be a one-way trip. Excellent.
Is
In
this
fact, maybe I
rail
should put it
electrical?
down here.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay. So the rail is electrified. What is going on there?
There we go.
Okay. So, um, speaking of train stuff, you'll note that this is a single track uh, design here, unlike the normal like
Ah,
double track stuff that I've been doing. Sadly,
okay.
there will be no multi-track drifting uh, for these trains, mostly because this is kind of an isolated little outpost here, and so I feel like I can kind of get away. I, More accurately, I think what I'm sort of settling on is the like arterial railways will be double rail, one way each way, and then all of the spurs that go off of those onto various stations, those will be single track. Part of the reason for this and why I did it here and why I think it's probably going to be good to do going forward is it's just so annoying building like the loops to do proper double tracks for stations. And so with this, I can just go, all right, we have enough supplies to build double-sided trains, so fine, whatever. It's fine. I'll deal with it. I don't care. So that's kind of my thinking on that. We'll see how long that holds out. And thankfully, unlike Factorio, I don't have to worry about fueling the individual sides of the train there. They're all just handled through the rails electrification, so I'm not going to worry too much about that.
Cool.
As much as I do really like Factorio, there are many quality of life things that Satisfactory has over it.
It's just so pretty. I love how pretty this all is, and I
Yes.
like how low pressure it is. Like, I don't like the
Yes.
idea of having to constantly defend my base or have limited amounts of things when I've kind of been spoiled by this whole setup.
Yeah, I think that's ultimately the thing that really gets
should
me
check on this.
With Factorio is I can handle the defense stuff. Not necessarily no problem, but it's fine. But the resource limits have really bitten me in the ass before, and so not having to deal with that would be just really nice. Okay, so we'll raise that up. Now, can I again be so kind as to let me move this the way I want? No. I need to start the code just a little bit
Okay,
sooner.
let's see. What am I doing here? I'm gonna need more quick wire. We knew that.
So remind me, and I guess the viewers, what the Quickwire and Silica stuff over in Silicon Valley is for.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
what's
So
the
I've
ultimate
determined
objective
that I need more of that. Let's see. So Quickwire is going into computers, and it is also going into. Actually, let me
What a
check on
terrible
computers while I'm here. Sorry, say again.
What a terrible fate. I would never wish that on anything.
So it's going into computers, and then it's also going into something in here. The high-speed connectors.
Okay.
And I think we might actually have enough of that for now. But I don't have enough silica to make high-speed connectors full tilt, and so I just need to make more of that.
That makes sense. There we go. That's the perfect curvature right there.
In
Excellent.
fact, I'm not even making circuit boards
So
full tilt anymore. I should put a door on this building.
sure.
Yeah, that's gonna need more.
Yeah, there. And on this. it's going to be just delightfully hilarious when I find out that the grids for these are misaligned.
Oh no. Oh no.
You know, from this and from where it links up to the main artery, like I'm gonna cry. Actually, so okay, we're gonna head that off at the pass. Huh? The pass? Get it? And we're gonna start dragging things down from that down to here. Because that will be the absolutely correct positioning for things, and then that way I can adjust a little bit more easily. See, I'm being smart. I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking with portals. Even though that isn't until much later in the game.
That isn't until much later.
I forget, yeah, did you ever mess around with portals?
I did not. I mean, by the time you get access to those, you've probably basically finished the story, so
Yeah.
that was the point at which I considered myself done.
Okay.
That's raw quartz.
What's this?
That's overflow.
That. Why? Okay. Oh. I don't know why I did it this way. Okay. Yeah, that's off. Alright, well. That I checked over here. Gotta deconstruct all of this. That's one tile too wide. I don't know what I was thinking there. I was probably tired. Oh, floaty friend just floated on by me and reminded me that in the Satisfactory patch notes for 1.2, they mentioned that he's getting a new look.
Yeah, that'll be cool to see.
Yeah, no idea what that's gonna be, but that'll be cool.
Okay, that's at least a little more silica. With a big influx from the one-time amount that I was able to just dump in there.
So, right. So I don't move this here. We can actually do a better job with doing natural fall this way. Oh, I can't wait to build the motors facility here that I want to. We need to unlock nuclear power before I can do that, but oh, it's gonna be cool. Nuclear power because it has electromagnetic control rods, which are needed for the recipe I designed for. So, I think it's... Do we go over here?
Okay, that's running a little bit better. Okay, and now quick wire is the limiting reagent, which is unsurprising.
I wonder if there's a path through there.
Ah, but computers are backing up now because we're not using them for
using them.
anything. So I think I'm going to leave the quick wire alone for now. I don't need to sit here building that while other stuff is happening. In particular, I want to run back to the hub and drop off a bunch of items.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We can now along here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's wide enough to fit a round. All right, let's do it.
Oh, there was something. Let's see. There was something I needed to ask you about. Let's see. There's this. Let's see. This is. Yeah, this is sulfur. Are you now using this sulfur for your ammunition stuff?
I am. The one next to Weapons Wharf? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I am. Like, I'm not using all of it, though, so, like, if you want to split it, that's perfectly reasonable.
Okay, I might do something with that for batteries. Shell Smiley and Princess Balance are both raiding. Hello!
Ooh, hello!
Hello, both of you, and all your friends. How
Hell yeah.
are things? What were you up to today? I'm on my way back to the hub so I can drop off a bunch of random stuff I'm carrying, and Sophia is building ways of making more ammunition.
Yes, because we
So,
we need it. I would like to just have stuff handled for me when I need to go exploring.
we were playing Shrine's Legacy together. A question now that we know we have an audience. Are our two voices balanced, or is one of us too loud or too quiet? Because I have been struggling with getting that right. And let's see, let me start giving some proper shout-outs here.
Yeah,
Michelle,
yeah.
hello. People are saying it sounds pretty good and that we are balanced. Okay, awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for telling us.
Dig it. Excellent.
Let's start with...
Okay. Okay.
Princess
Saying we need another thing to make this easy to handle.
Balance. Ta-da! And I'll be able to shout out Shell Smiley in a minute or so. You're an expert in balance, so you definitely know we're balanced. Okay, I'm glad we have an expert.
Okay, Thanos.
What? Hey now. Okay,
Well, an expert in balance.
Well, when someone named Princess Balance says they're an expert in balance, I'm kind of inclined to you know, give them the benefit of the doubt in that.
All right, that's fair. But if I see you going for any Infinity Stones, I got my eye on you.
What about Mercer Spheres? We always need more of those.
We always do. We're gonna need a lot more for the upgrades that I want to do to dimensional depots.
Not to mention Sommer Sloops, my gosh. We've not been going after those. Okay, the hub doesn't think it's Fixmas. I was seeing northern lights during our sound checks, so...
Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, Ashatron says they need to work on their balance because they're not as good as they used to be on the balance beam. Well, if you were ever good at that at all, then you are doing way better than I ever did, so...
Same.
Good for you. Let's put some useful things into this hub.
So, I need...
There's some of that. And... some of this.
Interesting. I might not even be able to do. I might even be able to do this. Cool. Very cool.
How fast are we producing reinforced iron plates? Are those being made at the mall?
Yes.
I'm gonna go check on that.
Yeah.
Oh, are you using gobs of them? Is that what's happening?
No. I'm using steel, but not too much of not too much of iron plates. Why?
Well, because I need to throw a ton of them into the hub, but our storage of them in hammer space is not maxed out, and that is a red flag. Mall's that way. Okay. Princess Balance says they haven't found the last jewel yet in Shrine's Legacy. I know nothing about that, so I will wish you best of luck with that endeavor.
Yeah, what's that game?
I know that Shell Smiley and Princess Balance have been playing it before, or at least I have certainly seen the name go by, but I don't think I've watched any of it. Okay, reinforced iron plates.
The best I can get. It might be the best I can get right now. Damn. I need the larger blueprint designer, but we can't even get that for... Oh, wait, hold up. This is a Mark 1. Hold on. I need to replace this with a Mark 2. This is... No.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just realizing, like, wait a minute. Of course I can't. I need a placeable for a train interchange, or at least a T-junction. Anyway, that'll do. But I can't do that on a Blueprint Designer Mark 1. It's just not gonna happen.
So I am seeing iron plates.
Yeah, there should be reinforced iron plates.
Because iron plates are feeding directly into a bin, which goes into the depot.
Yeah, there's another machine that feeds into stitched iron plates, if I remember correctly. I do know that. I do know that those are also fed into modular frames.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's... I just, you know, just to sanity check me, I did put those... I did split those into hammer space as well. Did I?
You did, but the issue I found is that you have any feeding into modular frames and overflow feeding into hammer space.
Oh. Yeah,
are you okay with me doing an even split?
Go right ahead.
Yeah, because we're not getting any reinforced iron plates in hammer space, and it'd be nice if we had some. Yeah. And these are just regular reinforced iron plates. They're not stitched.
Really? Oh.
Let me look over here. Maybe those are rotors. Those aren't stitched iron plates. Yeah, all I'm seeing is the regular iron plates.
Okay. Maybe I misremembered. It's not super important. Like, I'm not trying to optimize production there too much, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, no, this is all fine, but I think what I want to do is speed up production of iron plates.
Throw a Summers loop in it.
Well, I have a couple shards on me I can throw in. That's making 40 per minute. And this is taking in only 24 per minute. It just wasn't getting even that much. Okay, this is better. You used the balance beam for just holding kicks and 1-foot stands. Well, hey, that's still better than I was able to do. I took Krav Maga for a while, and that is very much a learn something you can use to bring the hurt to someone who's trying to hurt you kind of a style. It's not it's a little more martial and a little less art than some, shall we say.
That's cool. I did not know that, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have sworn you were in position to know that, but okay.
I mean, you may have told me, but I may have forgotten.
Okay.
But yeah, that is hella cool.
I wonder if I was making reinforced iron plates at one of these other places, and maybe we took it off of hammer space because you were making it in the other place, and I don't even know what all is back here anymore.
Yeah.
I might have been making stitched iron plates. There's rotors. There's... Yeah, those are stitched iron plates. So stitched iron plates are being made over here, but they're just going into smart plating, which is not really being used for anything here anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this, and there's some hammer space stuff here too that's not being used anymore. Okay, I'm gonna hook these reinforced iron plates back up into hammer space just so we can get a bunch.
Sure.
Now that we need it.
Sure.
It doesn't even have to be a stockpile. It can just go into the... well, no, it should be, because I'll make it a small stockpile.
Sure.
Let's see. Oh, and before I do that, let's give Shell Smiley a shout out.
Go up this way.
Ta-da! There we go.
Oh.
Okay. Is that also a smart splitter?
Through here. No. Yeah. Come along here. What is this? Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, this puts down here.
Ah.
Down that way.
Why
Okay.
did it decide to get built that way?
What happened?
Oh, it's just the conveyor lift decided to go through the floor instead of up into the depot. Okay, well that is way nicer. Okay. Now I can go back to the hub and work on things.
Going for Logistics Mark V?
Yeah, I'm just throwing parts in.
Now that we've got a ton of Alclad sheets, not the worst idea.
I think it's a very good idea. There's another friend of mine, actually, who does serious gymnastics, and in fact, has plans to, like, build a gym in her backyard.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like a professional gym, or just like a, hey, this is where I do all my stuff?
Just like, hey, this is where I do all my stuff, but including such features as, like, here's a switch where I have to press it every few minutes just to make sure that I haven't, like, landed wrong and need help or something.
Oh, that's a cool little, like, life alert kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig that.
Okay, all that is working. I can let that run through. How is our biofuel supply doing?
I hope it's doing well.
Oh yeah, it's beyond good. Let's see. These are the slug machines. Are they all still slooped? I feel the need to double check. Yes, they are. Excellent. Right, and I've got this weird setup to deal with mycelia. Do I want to fix that now? No.
I mean, I feel like we're kind of unlikely to use it.
Well, like I say, if we just throw it into hammer space, we can use it for healing items, which is never a bad idea.
Sure. Okay. Oh.
How are things over on your end?
Pretty good. I actually found a slightly better route that I want to use for this train. Just because it'll cut out a lot of annoying extra track to lay. This will be like the shortest path that I can make, you know?
Cool.
So let's do that.
Okay, it's gonna take a while for all those reinforced iron plates to tick forward.
Okay. There. Right? Yeah. Get there. And then that should be correct. And then place another one of these. So correctly aligned. Excellent. There we go. That. There we go. Ah, that was so much faster. Excellent. Okay, cool. That is good. That means that I can build these junctions so much faster now. Okay.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we got that. So now start placing these guys.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work. Oof, okay. This is gonna require some very careful curvature to not look just awful. But that's fine.
I think
can do that.
since I'm waiting on these reinforced iron plates, I'm gonna go ahead and deal with the mycelia thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's no longer needed. this. That was turning them into biomass. Okay, we could still do that. But yeah, we definitely don't need to make fabric out of it anymore.
Yeah, because we've got polyester fabric, right?
Yeah. We're gonna have it.
I
in a
remember you
couple of
being
places.
pretty adamant that you wanted that.
And that frees up a depot. Your big extra bin outside the butcher shop is empty. I'm gonna clear that out too.
Sure. I mean, oh no, my precious bin! Whatever will I do without the thing that I totally remembered was there?
I don't need to carry around all this smart plating. I'll throw that in the sink.
Oh, yeah.
Oop.
Well, obviously get rid of that tree.
I'll look through the MAM and see if there's anything else I can do.
What? How?
Rifle ammo.
Okay. This is gonna be fascinating to see how I deal with
Fascinating
this.
things. Oh, let's see. You don't have any rifle ammo going into hammer space yet, do you?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
So if I just continue this, it's gonna run into there. So maybe what we do is curve it.
Power slugs can't do that yet. Oh, let's see. How about
Soups.
regular nobelisks? That'll work. Need 100 of those. Which I can do no problem. And I'll keep a few on hand for other things.
That's my thumb.
Quartz tree finished.
Woo!
Pulse Nobelisk unlocked. This ammunition for the Nobelisk detonator generates a powerful shockwave capable of repelling nearby objects, including the user. Unrelated. Please ensure all your Fix-It liability waivers are up to date.
Unrelated.
Yeah.
Let's see. Smokeless
Okay.
powder.
I have a bunch
That's
of that
not-
over by Oil Ocean, but it's not really
Okay.
automated too much.
Okay, yeah, we need some of
I
that
just
for
have-
at least one research thing.
Okay.
Probably multiple. That would take nukes. Yeah, a few research things. Need some of those. Oh, including inflated pocket dimension.
Oh.
And we have computers for that too.
Ooh. Okay. I like that.
Alien technology. How many Mercer spheres do we have? We have 30
Lot of
Mercer spheres. Good grief.
I mean, I tried to collect as many as I can.
Okay, well, I can throw some of those into depot upgrades if you like.
Sure. What can we get?
We can get the expansion, we can get the upload. We've got plenty for each of those. I'm gonna go for upload first, but I need to make a bunch of the other SAM thingies. So,
Sure.
Let me throw stuff in the hub while I'm working on that. There we go. Oh yeah, we need gobs of these.
Okay, here's a galaxy brain idea. Oh, if the whales will. Oh, okay, okay, well. All right, we're gonna try some weird stuff here.
Weird stuff?
Yeah. So I'm finding that route that I wanted to use, I can't I can't build rails on it
Oh dear.
because there's just too many like non-destructible rocks in my way, like right here in this corridor. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do instead is something a little bit weirder, but that I think will still end up being pretty cool. Which is going to instead drag this out.
Wow, we are not making the SAM things fast enough.
Oh, yeah.
That is fine. I
believe
suppose
that.
I could just leave this for a while. In the meantime, you were gonna set up smart plating somewhere?
Yes, I was going to build that in the grasslands.
Okay. I guess I'll let you go ahead and do that then. And so I'm just I'm gonna look through here and see what I can do. We're making supercomputers. That's right. Adaptive control units are something I need to make.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Because that was something we made kind of semi-manually before.
Yes.
And for that, I'm going to need to ship in heavy modular frames. And I'm going to need automated wiring, which also should be shipped in because who wants to make stators anywhere, really?
Yeah. Let's see. I wrote down. I think it was like 10. We can get like if we can target like 10 automated wiring per minute. I think that'll cover our needs for project parts.
Let me go see where those are being made. Okay, there's this massive conveyor belt that's leading all the way back to where they're being made that's just full of automated wiring. It's ridiculous. Let's see where it leads. All the way back here.
I think we call that the Vanya Special. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, it's okay. So we're making automated wiring over here. It's been Somerslooped up to 5 per minute. But of course it's not running now because it's just a big old backed up belt. Interesting. Okay, well if that gets shipped into New Silicon Valley, then that's great.
Oh.
Now I'm kind of realizing we have a train station at the space elevator. Is that
Yes.
mostly for just like unloading space elevator stuff?
Yes, that's going to be for project parts.
Okay, can I rename this? Because
Sure.
it's just okay. I'll call it Space Elevator.
Hmm.
There we go. So it won't have the name of some random town in Europe. No disrespect to random towns in Europe, but
Says
it'd be
you.
nice to be able to see things on the list. Okay, so where were you thinking that we would load things onto a train to send elsewhere?
So
Would that be this other...
Well, so the way that I see it is each factory is going to have its own stations.
Okay.
So basically, what you would want to do would be to build something at automated wiring, or
Okay.
at automated wiring to export that, hook it up to the central line, and then build something from the central line out to your other project, basically.
Okay. You're the one that's good at running rail lines. Honestly, I'm just waiting here to get more reinforced plates, and maybe I should just stop waiting and go work on those crystal oscillators like I was gonna.
Okay, so what's going on? Oh, that's nice. What's going on there? Let me just try this thing. Okay. Okay, so put that at a slight angle. Yeah.
I do like the little flickery effect on these SAM item icons.
Yeah. Hold on. I got a call I gotta take.
Okay.
All right, I am back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Okay. So. Okay, so. Now, can I do this dumb bullshit thinking about...
Mer?
Well, I won't be surprised if the answer is no. Well, I also realized that I should set up a, I really should set up a blueprint for these. Okay, let's just drag these out so I can get a sense of things. What I'm trying to do right now is just, I'm just trying to plan out, like, okay, what rails actually work here? Cause like, you know, you can do a lot of stuff, but you know, I want to make sure that it looks nice. You know,
Yeah.
there's a big difference between, oh, this works, and oh, it's like nice, and, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, yeah. See, that's what I was worried about. I really wish that you could do 4-meter ramps with rails, but it just does not work.
Hmm.
Right?
Unfortunate.
Let me just absolutely double check. Yeah, rail is too steep. That's what I thought. Okay. So I can't do that route either. I'd have to just go the original route that I was planning. That was relatively easy to deconstruct, so that is ready.
Okay, just need 100 more plates and still working on those SAM fluctuators.
Oh. Okay.
You know what occurs to me?
What's
Could
that?
SAM fluctuators be made over at the mall? Is that where the other SAM items are being made?
No. Those are being
Oh.
made, like the components for SAM fluctuators are being made basically at, actually, that's a good question. Where are those being made?
Oh, was that the SAM node that was over by the quartz that we found in the purple area?
Yes.
And there was this spider? Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
That's a separate thing. Good to know.
But yeah, that's where I know that's where the reanimated SAM comes from for it.
Okay.
And I think I might have just like hacked together something that does SAM fluctuators, but like I wasn't really aiming for production rate, you know?
Well, it's not like we need production rate. I just kind of want a bunch sitting there, but I should have enough for this upgrade that I want, so we can at least throw that in.
What I usually do is I never feed directly into a dimensional depot. It's always storage and then depot. So...
Dimensional upload speed increased. The dimensional shift now no longer cares how complex the components of the original part are, and will save each part as a single collection of particles that can be instanced easily.
Group shift the body cord flow cycle song of the 5-layered shallow state.
I'm working on it, but are you saying there is another layer? Is it a sensor limitation?
Deepen.
Helpful.
Interesting. There's flavor text that I did not see or hear rather because I didn't go far into this upgrade tree in my solo playthrough.
Come on.
The only reason I'm sitting here making all these reinforced iron plates manually is just because we didn't build up a whole stash of them for all that time, and so once that's done, I can go do other things.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. guess this is the best room for it. Kind of sucks, but oh well.
It's like, sure, let's just strain all the mall pipelines all at the same time. It's fine.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Shell Smiley, have a good rest.
Yes, please.
Okay. More reinforced plates. We're so close.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we do that. Alignment. That's just a little bit off.
Come on.
Fix that later.
There we go.
Yeah, you got it?
There we go.
Woo!
Milestone reached. Fixit dedicated this milestone to the conveyor belt and lift Mark V. They may be implying that your factory could be further optimized. While they are correct, I believe they are setting unreasonable expectations. Having all of humanity very definitely relying on your work is a lot of pressure. It's a good thing I'm here.
A good thing, definitely. It's
Yeah.
great that you're here. Hi, guys. Okay, I'm gonna need that. Oh, and 500 quick wire. Okay.
That shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, no, that's trivial. But you know what? I don't want to wait 5 minutes for that thing to come back. I'm gonna go back and work on New Silicon Valley again. I'm tired of sitting here.
No.
And with any luck, we won't have to do that again because I fixed the reinforced iron plates.
Woo.
So there.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've got at least some plan for making at least some project parts, so I would just as soon let you set that up. And I can figure out... Let's see. Oh, I'm right by the train station that's at Weapons Wharf. Shall I rename this train station?
Sure.
Okay. Wharf. There we go. Make sure the sign looks good. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so the next thing I want to do is start making crystal oscillators over in New Silicon Valley because we have quartz over there. What else does that need? Let me see. All right, that requires... There was an alternate for that, I think.
Well, we probably have it in the list because we literally can't
Probably.
unlock anything because all the other recipes are available to us.
That's right.
And I'm not really hankering for anything.
Ah, okay. And one of the alternates that we have access to is Crystal Computer, which uses circuit boards and crystal oscillators to make computers, which is interesting because it just requires the assembler because that's only 2 pieces. It also means I wouldn't be using so much quick wire to make computers, which is also interesting now that I think about it. I'll keep that in the back of my mind. Yes, insulated crystal oscillator means I won't need to use any iron because I'll just be able to use quartz crystal and rubber, which I'm already sending over there, and AI limiters, which I already have.
Cool.
So I'm going to take that.
Cool.
Which means if it'll let you throw another hard drive in, then go for it.
Yeah, give me just a moment and I'll do that. There we go.
Huzzah.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, go this way.
Yeah, so for those keeping score at home, there's this nice water node right here near the quartz cave, which could be useful someday when we have fracking to make pure ingots of things. But I can't use it for that purpose yet because we don't have that technology yet. So I'm just kind of leaving that space open.
What do we need to unlock it?
I actually don't know off the top of my head.
Because that's in, what, like advanced aluminum production, I think?
You know, if you'd asked me a few minutes ago, I would have been at the hub, and then I could have just looked at it, but I'm not there anymore.
I'm relatively close to the hub, so give me just a moment.
We also both just have the internet if we need it, so there's that too.
Whoa. Whoa. Why
I
would
know,
you
right?
accuse me of having the internet? I keep telling people, if you can be online, don't. You heard me.
This episode brought to you by Irony.
Let's see. Yeah, advanced aluminum production. We need radio control units.
Okay.
Which are... Oh, well, we can build them. We have control system development, so...
Yeah, I could. Okay, if once I have a way of, so once I make the crystal oscillators, and once I have a way of bringing the aluminum casings over here, and assuming there are no alternate recipes to change those plans, then we could be making those. But I'd need to get the aluminum casings over here, which is like, well, there's a few ways of doing that, and okay, this. let's make this a... Put the hole there. Logistics. By the way, if anyone in chat has questions about what we're doing, why we're doing it, you know, any of that stuff, this game has a lot going on, so feel free to ask, definitely.
Yes, please do. We are happy to at least try to explain the vague notions that one could call thoughts that are going through our heads.
And, you know, certainly we're talking all this time like as though we knew what we were doing, which, again, we may or may not actually do so, but...
Oh, I assure you, I do not. Okay, yeah.
Well, at the very least, you tend to have a good sense of what recipes exist and what things are possible.
Yeah,
Why is
mostly
that not
because
lined up?
Mostly because I spend so much time just trying to optimize everything, because I enjoy the logistics challenge. So it's a little bit of that, like, oh, if you know you enjoy doing your taxes, then maybe this is the game for you. Hilariously, I actually hate doing my taxes, so
I don't know anyone who enjoys it per se.
tax professionals, but at least they get paid to do it.
Right, they're
At
getting
least pay
paid to
me
do
to
it.
do my taxes. Even though the IRS knows exactly how much money I made. They know better than I do.
I think that's beyond the scope of this
Yeah.
discussion.
Yeah.
Quartz
That's
crystal. Oh, I do have coal here.
Ooh.
I could bring it all the way the heck over here.
fair.
That's not a terrible idea.
You're talking about from Weapons Wharf? Because there's actually a bunch of coal nodes over there that aren't being used. And
No,
probably
there's a
aren't-
coal node there's one in New Silicon Valley. It's kind of over on the other side from the Quartz, but there is a node there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. I'm just gonna see if there's anything else. Ah, okay, there's pure quartz crystal, which is an option for later, but I would just be able to use the water from right here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hey,
I
buddy.
don't think...
Sorry, but you gotta go.
Aww. So I don't think I'm gonna bother with bringing the coal over when I could just use the water once we have access to it.
Yeah.
Raw quartz goes this way, overflow goes this way. I think this just takes the constructor. Quartz crystal, there we go. for some reason I'm carrying a bunch of it. Don't know why.
Well, better to have it and not need it than the other thing.
It's not like I especially needed it, really. But hey, whatever. It's all good. Okay, there's the wire.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, you guys. It's all fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been more fine in my life.
We're all
I'm
fine
not
here.
mad.
How are you?
I'm not mad. I'm actually laughing. In fact, it's so funny that I'm laughing. You can't see it, but it's there.
Okay, insulated crystal oscillator. That still requires a manufacturer, so I'm going to need a big building. I guess I could just put it along this edge. Probably should actually put it closer to the computers. Well, no, not necessarily. I'm going to be moving a bunch of stuff back and forth anyway. Oh, hello, hogs.
Ooh. It's a new hard drive.
All right, I guess it'll show us a couple things we've already seen, I suppose.
Or hilariously, maybe just one.
Well, hey, if the other option is something like expanded inventory, then that would make it a pretty easy choice. So, what are our options?
Charcoal or copper alloy ingot?
Neither of those excites me.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm going to put the factory on top of this little plateau here. I think that'll be nice. It'll look at least slightly more stable than it would have otherwise.
always good.
I guess. I feel like that's something that's not often a priority. But it does look good. Oh yeah, I can just send it all the way up here.
Nope. No. Do not clip through the track. That's a bad idea. Okay.
Ah, now this is one of those cases where I think I'm gonna build a refinery here just so I see how big it is.
Hold on. You think? Whoa. Couldn't be me.
No thinking aloud. No
No.
thoughts.
No.
Mind empty.
Yeah. This is the drone zone.
I thought I was the drone fan. Oh, interesting. This thing would actually tile pretty nicely with the constructors. Interesting. All right. All that means is that I know how much space to leave so that I can send quartz out this way. Let's see. I want it up there.
No. Not go there. That's not where I'm.
Is your train misbehaving?
No, it's the it's one of those moments where you move your mouse just slightly, and instead of ending on the edge, it like goes all the way down to ground level.
Oh. Or you move your mouse just slightly and it's like, oh, no, I'm going to go to the side of the pipe junction that does not make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that
There
gets
we
sent
go.
up there.
That's what I want.
You can go there. This Mark IV belt can go over here. I guess I could start using Mark Vs if I wanted to.
I swear, I would
Maybe in
go
a bit.
absolutely insane trying to build this thing without this mod. I just, ugh. Alright. We're almost there. Almost there. There we go.
Plunk. Okay, so crystal oscillators, insulated. Rubber and AI limiters. Yeah, okay, those are both all the way over there. So I should probably actually build this over here. Power levels are fine, but that's not a surprise. Where was I making AI limiters? That was... Oh, that was up there. Okay. Okay, yeah. In that case, I definitely want crystal oscillators being made over here. New plan. Oh, wow. That's funny. I'd be just about right on top of the coal node, too. Okay. In that case, I'm just going to put a dividing wall here and extend the platform. I wonder if we need 2 of these.
I feel like if you're asking that question, the answer is probably.
Probably, yeah. Probably.
Okay, so the junction is over here.
Manufacturers are just so gigantic.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Okay, let's dogleg this a little bit.
Start cutting some stuff down. Oh, that's cool. Single mode. There we go. Okay. Gonna be very tactical with what we destroy here. It is absolutely necessary. Fortunately, that is all this stuff.
Oh no.
Fret not. I have the chainsaw in single mode, so it is only destroying the exact object I am looking at.
You know, I never even thought to check if a chainsaw had modes.
It has a little pop-up on the bottom.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's very handy for exactly this type of situation where you're like, I wanna destroy some things, but not everything.
Yeah.
If you're a weirdo like me who likes integrating factories into the natural environment.
I mean, I like doing that too.
Well, I guess you're a weirdo then. Which, you know, it's only something I don't know.
Insulated crystal. There we go.
This guy. You're definitely gonna need to go.
Oh no.
So are you. You.
Don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore.
Nope. Yeah, you can stay. You can stay. You've gotta go.
Okay, let's send the rubber over here.
Okay with that. That's Sorry, buddy.
Let's make use of this wall.
Okay. Cool, 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 cool.
Just put these platforms here. I can integrate these into a more cohesive actual wall later.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Still need to get that guy. There we go.
Okay, now we just need the quartz.
Okay. That is good. Alright. So now we have to come through here at some point and build support pillars, but that is not crucial to our operations today, so not gonna do it.
Anti-gravity.
Yeah. I said that I was gonna have a finished train by the end of the stream today, and I'm still aiming for that.
It's a good goal.
Yeah. Oh.
That's not quite what I want to do.
Okay. Yeah, so it looks like the junction is down here instead. Which is... Okay, what's the lead? Up. Still do some good stuff with that.
I don't think I want to send this into the same intersection as everything else. Which might seem like a departure from my usual norm, and maybe it is, but
Why don't you
things-
wanna? Why don't you wanna do that?
just because, like, this is going the other direction, basically. It's kind of going against the flow of those other things. I'm going to send it around the other side of this central pillar. And let's actually lift it up here so that I can leave the area around the coal node relatively clear. Just in case I actually do need it later. Let's make the basement 2 walls tall. Just so it's a little easier to move around.
Yeah, I'm always debating what I want to do for the size of quantum floors.
It's one of those things where it seems silly to make it an entire floor heights tall, but then you don't want it to be too cramped either.
Yeah, exactly. So, Oh, come on. Yeah.
Okay, and this is gonna come through in the other direction. I'm always changing the level of belt instead of the build style, or vice versa. Never the one that I actually wanted to change.
Of course. Why would you do a sensible thing like that?
Sensible thing? Why would anyone do a
Yeah, I know.
sensible thing?
Yeah, relatable.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the lift on that side.
Okay.
Down there, and that will do. That, of course, is too long.
So we did this. Select. And this inevitably didn't line up. We'll deconstruct things very quickly here. Okay, so. How do we want this?
Okay, we have crystal oscillators.
Woo!
Let's get these in a bin. I'm just gonna put a small container for these because I don't feel like we're gonna need gobs and gobs at one time.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be building massive quantities of like billboards and such.
I don't think so.
Unless.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm not gonna use those for lighting. I don't think. We'll see. Maybe.
Well, you can always expand on this if you really want to.
Yeah, that's true. I am no stranger to. Oh, I just need a bunch of something. Let me hack something together in the most dumb bullshit way possible to do it. I think.
Alright, that's
That
gonna
will
need to be
line
a
up.
splitter. Yeah, I still have Aurora Borealis.
Ooh, awesome.
Oh, someone has redeemed a factory aesthetics break. Okay, that means I need to spend the next 5 minutes just making things look good.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Sharkana321, for redeeming that. All right, so I will set a 5-minute timer. Well, first, before I start it, let me see. I guess since I'm working on this building, I'll keep working on this building. So, okay, off we go. So I'm gonna put in some.
Yep, that's what I thought. The grid just
Frame
totally
windows
does not
there.
align.
Ah, now I could take advantage of clipping. Or let me see how this looks. I'm not, well, it's got kind of a window-ish look to it. I do like how centered it still is. Let's see what we think of this. Let's set this up properly. So if I were to put in, say, this frame window... No, I could just clip through there, but I've kind of set it up strangely for that. So if I put a wall hole here... Straight here...
Very excited to see what comes out of this break.
That kind of looks nice. It's like I could clip straight through this window, or I could use the whole... Let me try doing a straight clip with this one, since it's got a different trajectory. How does that look? Just literally coming in through the window. Honestly, that's not bad. Let's take the wall hole away, because technically that doesn't need to be there. It was just nice to have it there for alignment's sake. I kind of like that. We can imagine that the window's open and it's just kind of going in. Yeah, alright. So let's add the third level. Shark, what's your favorite color? We'll make this building a color that you like.
Hell yeah.
Going with my standard wall pattern here. I'm gonna have to figure out where to put the door. Blue, okay. Blue in all capitals. Love it. Okay.
Blue.
Now I have learned that if I change my customizer defaults, that affects Sophia as well. So I'm actually gonna finish putting in the windows and the doors, and then I'll paint the building. Ah, and this has got manufactories in it, so it's gotta be extra tall. Needs an extra layer. Because of course we can't just make all our stuff the same height. That would be silly.
No, who would do that?
Let's put a different window along the top. Now let's put a door here. To go between. And let's put one. Let's make a balcony. Just a little one.
Very excited for that.
Yeah, the balconies are kind of nice. I feel like this balcony actually... Let's put the balcony over here. It'll have a better view.
Okay. I like where that's going.
And... we're always flying in and out of these places, so the balcony can just be a landing. I will leave the top open for now because it's nice to be able to get in and out, but we can make it blue. Let's go with a bold deep blue. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, customizer. There we go. Just
these guys. Okay. So I've got a little interchange here. Where the two-way track becomes a one-way track. Or double track becomes a single track. So now I just need to track this all the way back to...
oh, that would look nice going in through the reinforced window too, because that's also divided in 3 sections. Uses the same... oh, let's make the buildings that color as well, and these things, and this thing.
Having fun?
Yeah, I won't change the belts, because if I need to change the belts, then I'm going to have to redo it. But the buildings have a very bold California Warriors color scheme on them now.
Nice.
And or University of California, whatever your favorite is. Oh, the railings could use the same swatch. Balcony's a bit much. What happened to my timer? I feel like it's probably been at least 5 minutes, but let's run it a little longer anyway. Okay,
Yeah,
that
it's the spirit
looks...
of the thing.
yeah. Okay, well, with that done, let's go ahead and put the walls around the AI limiter factory that's next to it, because that'll look a little nicer. And maybe not necessarily blue, but something that goes well next to blue.
Yellow? Go for that UC colors.
That's an idea. Ah, now this could be a tall building as well, because wow, I just went ahead and embedded that dimensional depot in the rock. Which honestly is kind of in character for dimensional depots, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I dig it.
Maybe I'll just leave that back plane open. Okay, let's make it tall then. In that case, these buildings are going to match. They'll just be slightly different sizes. In fact, yeah, it does need to be this big. Oh, interesting. That sticks up there. That's okay. Oh, doors. Let's put the balcony. Let's put it here. That could potentially turn into a thing going down there. Oh, there's hatcher remains down there. Clearly I killed something at some point.
Probably.
Probably. It was Tuesday.
uh, do you know that?
Actually, it literally would have been
Well,
Tuesday.
yeah. But did you ever see Street Fighter the movie?
I did not.
It is the final performance of Raul Julia before he died.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, and he did it because like his kids were big fans of the Street Fighter games, and he was like, I have no idea what's going on here, but they're having a blast, and that's what matters. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
but he has this line where because he plays Bison.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, of course. Like, if you were gonna cast anybody for that role, it would be Raul. So he's talking to Chun-Li, who has told him like, oh, you massacred my village, and my father was a great man who stood up to you, and all this stuff, and he's just
Yeah,
like,
and it was
making himself
Tuesday.
a Bloody Mary. Yeah, and it was great. It was great.
Yeah, I never actually saw the movie, but
But you know the
I-
line.
I spend as much time on TV tropes as the next hopeless denizen of the internet.
See, what did I tell you about being on the online?
I know, right?
Which is hilarious, as somebody who was a network administrator for many years to say. Okay, now, can I?
Okay, I think that looks pretty good. All I need to do at some point is decide what to do with the roof, but the roof might actually turn into a second floor at some point, so I think leaving it open but nicely partitioned is a fine choice for now.
I dig it.
We might need more quartz crystal at some point, because we're not getting giant amounts of it here. But it would be really easy to build more constructors, so that's not a problem. Actually, note to self, look things up.
That's so wonderfully specific of you.
Actually, it's a lot easier to find the number I want by actually looking at the machine, so I'll just go all the way back.
Hmm?
Okay, 18.75 per minute. We could use a lot more then.
Come on.
Oh, interesting. All right. Numbers aren't quite as crazy as I thought.
Well, that's good. Also, always surprising and good to hear.
Yeah. It's not necessarily what you expect around here, is it?
Hmm.
Paste. And here's the thing, and the other thing, and the wire, and the quartz crystal.
Okay. Opens. Just draw a straight line, right? What do we? Not quite line up.
Okay, so now that we have those... Crystal oscillators... Yeah, that goes into radio control units. And all I have to do to make those is bring the aluminum casings in, which means it's time to make the decision. Do I commit to using a train for that, or do I just run a conveyor belt of doom?
Well, this is for New Silicon Valley.
Yes.
So, the trunk line is a lot closer to there than it used to be.
Okay. Another thing I can do, let's see, where is... Yeah, so... The thing with the classic battery... Because I've got that copper that I'm making up there. So if I used some sulfur and brought in aluminum, I've already got plastic over there. I'm just considering the possibility of using the classic battery recipe to make batteries, which could then fuel drones.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have mentioned that you really like drones, so...
I have mentioned that. Of course, there's also the possibility of just using various kinds of fuel for those once we upgrade our fuel supplies and such, but that has kind of been on hold for the train.
Well, we also kind of need, you do need batteries in order to make drones in the first place, so...
I don't think that's true anymore. It was definitely true during early access. You needed batteries in order to fuel the drones, maybe to make them as well. But
I meant to research them.
To research them?
I think
really?
That's the case. I seem to remember
would have noticed.
That.
I would have noticed that during 1.0 because I never made batteries during 1.0, but I definitely had drones. So they must have changed that. Probably at the same time they made it possible to fuel drones with things that were not batteries.
Well, let me check the wiki.
If you're at the hub has the hazmat suit already queued up. If you have those filters, then you could just you could go ahead and research that.
I mistook them for radio control units. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh, it requires radio control units to make the drones, but you
yes.
thought it was batteries? Okay, all right.
Yes.
That is all the more reason to make radio control units here then. Okay, well, let me get my battery pack on, or my jet pack on, and go see what you're up to. There's a train. A hub, space elevator, train station, space elevator, train station. That's the one at Weapons Wharf.
Buffer stop there.
think my game's doing the thing again where it doesn't want to play music anymore.
Yeah, I also have not been hearing any ambient music. Let's see if the boombox works. Yeah, that definitely works.
Huh. Okay, so yeah, I see you've got this line that's ready to branch off in my direction.
Yes.
And
Yes,
you have the mod what makes
thinking.
it look pretty, so I'm gonna try and think where I want a train station to be.
Yeah,
Because
so what
honestly,
I
I
was
am
thinking,
perfectly happy to let you keep on running the lines as long as it ends up in a good place.
yeah, so what I think would probably be the best way to go would be to have... Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to think about how to get up that hill there. But basically, I was thinking I'll drag the trunk line just up your way. I'll end it sort of. I'll make like a junction basically, and then you can make whatever tracks that spiral off of that you want. I can eventually come along and clean things up, but you know that way you at least get something going. You know, without having to wait for me too much.
Ah. Oh. Hello, Spitter. Right on top of me. Good grief.
Man, I'm really glad you showed me this like alternate tape, or, like this secret tape. It goes really hard, actually.
I'm glad to have found something cool for you.
Oh yeah, extremely.
One of my better memories from World of Warcraft was when I discovered something that other people in the guild had not discovered yet.
Oh,
And
nice.
it was very fun to reveal what I knew.
Nice.
I don't know if I told you this story in particular, but
I don't recall.
basically the 2.0 patch had just dropped, which meant all the kind of underlying changes to the game that needed to be made for the first expansion had been made, but they hadn't actually opened up the new areas yet.
Okay.
So, one of the changes was that the Caverns of Time, which previously had been this closed-off area with a dragon guarding it, had become the dragon was standing off to the side, and the door was open, and you could go into the Caverns of Time. You couldn't go into any of the actual instanced dungeons, but you could, walk around and see kind of the lobby area, as it were. And
okay.
so I went in and looked around, and it's all pretty and new and improved artwork and all kinds of awesome stuff. And then I found this vendor. One of the changes that was being made to the game was that the level cap was being increased from 60 to 70. And here's this vendor in the Caverns of Time, which is all instances for like 65 to 70s. Here's this vendor hanging out outside who is selling new and better versions of food and water for players level 55 and up and 65 and up. And even the
Ooh.
level 55 and up food and water was not otherwise in the game yet. This was the only place you could get it because they hadn't updated the vendors in like normal cities and towns yet. So here this guy was. So I was playing a hunter, and hunters used mana at the time. And so I run back to the bank, come back with an empty inventory, or at least as empty as I can manage, hunter, and fill up on all this water. Later that day, I'm in Molten Core, and we're handing out stuff at the beginning, and as is usual, the mage is conjuring food and water that is better than anything else you could get in the game at the time, except for the new stuff from this vendor. The stuff from the vendor was better. So, as was standard procedure, mage comes up and hands me, a stack of water, and I said, "Thanks, I'll trade you."
Nice.
And I put a stack of this, even better water in the trade window, and they just say, "Where did you get this?"
Hell yeah.
So that was definitely one of my I won the game moments.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, funny story, I've never actually played WoW, and I don't think I ever will. I'm not really going to rip on people that do. It's just not my type of game. But the only reason that I know what Caverns of Time and Molten Core are at all is from an extremely funny YouTuber that I watch named Barney64. She does absolutely incredible, sort of narratives of her time as an undead rogue. So she did a level 1 to 60, here's her time leveling and such. And then she did another one that was here's the adventure at the end of Classic. Here's how she became a Scarab Lord in WoW Classic. Which was insane. That was an adventure.
Also, I can see what's happening on your screen. Congratulations.
Yeah. Did not realize that there was a train already parked there. So yeah, that was absolutely wild to see. And then she has basically a sequence where she goes into the Caverns of Time, and it's part of the Scarab Lord adventures, and she uses the Caverns of Time to view an alternate timeline where she picked Undead Mage instead of Rogue, because she needed to teach the newbie mage players that were helping her out how to actually play mage. So she leveled, narrative-wise, it's the alternate universe stuff, but in actuality, she actually had just leveled a separate mage from 0 to 60 just to learn all this stuff.
Oh dear. Oh,
yeah.
That's dedication.
Oh God, yeah. She is, as she likes to say, she is always numbers steps ahead of everything.
So with regard to a train station, there's kind of this area where the copper line comes in and hits that first kind of grayish blue building. Mm-hmm. The big building that's got the supercomputers being made inside. If the train station kind of sits on that edge of the valley, as it were. It could even kind of be on the cliff side here that's kind of tucked in among the trees. Maybe I'll have to show you in person, but I think if you just bring a train station there, that's close enough to this whole shebang that it'll be useful.
So, how many materials are you going to need to import?
Oh dear.
Yeah, because one thing that I have very much learned with this is one material per station.
Really?
Otherwise things just get so difficult to like logisticize. Oh,
Dang. Okay.
okay. This.
Wow. I need to actually plan ahead in that case.
What? Sorry, buddy. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay. Well,
Works.
I'm gonna need the aluminum casings. I'm gonna need. I'm guessing we're gonna. Well, no, because adaptive control units need circuit boards and computers. So I'm gonna want automated wiring.
So
And
I think what I do.
heavy modular frames. Now, how about stuff that I'd want to ship out from here?
That should also be one per station.
Okay. In that case, probably gonna send out assembly director systems. Which is a project part. Not modular engines. You're probably going to be handling that elsewhere.
Yes.
We're kind of past that point anyway. And I can't even see the other project parts in the list yet.
Yeah, 'cause we haven't unlocked them yet.
Oof. All right. Well, if I end up having to expand the imports and exports with drones, then again, that would be very in character. Let me look at this classic battery again. Yeah, with the wire and the sulfur.
Right. Doesn't classic battery only require solid parts, you said?
Yes, that's the thing that's cool about it, is you only need solid parts to build it.
That is pretty cool.
Now there is a pure sulfur node at the top of the at the lake that's above Weapons Wharf. So
Okay.
if for some reason you ever needed to switch to using that sulfur node, and it's a pure node too, then that's an option for you.
Yeah.
Let me look at
I
this
mean-
again.
Yeah, I don't particularly need like a ton of sulfur, because Weapons Wharf is really just sort of a build as you need kind of place, not a continuous production sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. If I
So,
because the easiest thing for me really would be to bring the sulfur out to the aluminum area. Wow, was I really hauling it all that way? I guess I must have been. Wow. Besides these two near us, sulfur is far away.
Yeah. Sulfur, other than uranium, I think sulfur is the rarest one in the game.
Okay. Well, in that case... I'll think on that. I think the first thing I want to do... Can't make cooling systems yet. Or heat sinks even. We haven't unlocked them yet.
Yeah, those are in advanced aluminum production.
Okay, well, in that case...
So you've got spare capacity. This is a normal node, right? Yeah.
All those things are being made out there. Okay, I have a plan actually.
Yeah? What you got?
Okay. So, I think as far as trains go, if you can give me space to bring in at least 3 things, and then we'll say maybe 3 things out.
Okay.
That's probably enough to start with, and I will set up a way that eventually drones can be self-sufficiently making their own batteries by shipping in their own sulfur with a drone. I'll need to prime it, but it'll be doable.
That's fine.
And
Yeah, okay. I like
do
this.
you currently have the filters that we need?
No.
We don't have the gas filters to unlock the hazmat suit. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm still building up stuff for that on Weapons Wharf.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go ahead and take that classic battery recipe so that we have it.
Okay.
I put a man. I used to have a man over here, but I don't anymore. That's okay. I'll just move it down here. It can go anywhere. There we go. Feel free to scan a new drive if it will let you.
Good. Just give me a second here. Oh. Did it? Unable to scan hard drive. No rewards currently available.
Okay, we'll need to claim a second one then to free up another slot. Okay
Oh, no.
then. Well, in that
My
case,
steak
I
is too
think
juicy.
Who knows? And in that case, I'm going to prepare to start making batteries, but it's about 1:45. How are you doing with your trains?
I'm almost there.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way towards you, because you're gonna have the thing to show off here.
Mhm.
Oh, actually, since I'm finally committing to not running any more belts in here, I'm gonna add a Futurama tube that'll run from New Silicon Valley back out to the beach, because I keep going that way. So I want a tube.
Okay. I dig this. So that... Well, yeah, we're just gonna make a little spur here.
Okay. And the reason I care about not adding any more belts to this is because it always looks nicer when the tube is at the top of the stack. Spitter, I'm doing this so that I won't have to bother you anymore. Please stop lobbing fireballs at me. This is specifically so I don't have to bother you anymore.
Sure.
Silly thing.
That... It's gonna be too short.
Oh, right. That needs to not be pole support. It needs to be a tube support. They're different.
Yes.
Because, of course, they're different.
Of course. Why wouldn't they be?
Stackable hyper tube. There we go. On the plus side, it's a little easier to see than the other ones. Easier to see where I've put things.
Always important. Fix them. It's gonna be all ocean.
That's one I didn't fix.
Oh.
And tube.
Do. Logistics. Oh, did you also see that they're adding a pipeline T junction?
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
guess that's cool.
Oh, it's very cool.
I guess there's places I'd potentially use that. It's one of those, well, am I certain this is the end of the line situations.
I get that.
It's like, sometimes you're certain, sometimes you're not. Nice to have the option. Okay. That done.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Excellent. Doing good. We're doing good. Right, that's got power already. Just dragging oil in. Alright. Okay. Okay, so timetable we need to go to. Well, seconds. Sure.
I feel like my inner theme park designer is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean must snap to a wall or similar? The rock is a wall. Isn't it? Come on.
Okay. Did I not leave enough room?
Oh no, disaster.
Yeah, I think it needs a little bit more.
Actually. Hi.
Hello. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see if this timetable works.
I'm going to see if this tube works. Not sure why it wouldn't. But you never know.
Oh, damn it.
Uh-oh.
I know what's going on. I need to. It's because it's bent coming in here. That's not. It doesn't want to do that. Ba ba ba. So how do we do that?
Turns out you need quartz crystal to make signs, which means I should make sure to put quartz crystal into hammer space. I guess that's why I was carrying it around all this time.
Maybe. There.
Now I can make my sign.
Okay. Let's give this a try. Yeah, there we go. That's what the problem was.
Yay!
Which means I'll need to fix it over on the other side, but that's okay.
Definitely happy with this tube.
Hell yeah.
Okay. That had unforeseen consequences.
Oh,
They were good unforeseen consequences, but
what
I
are we
need to learn
playing?
how to
Half-Life?
more like Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Hell yeah.
But okay, I'm going to... How's that train coming?
Well, we're on our way over to Weapons Wharf.
Okay, sounds like you've almost got what you wanted.
Almost. What I need to do is figure out how to make sure that it does one way only on each track. Because right now I'm actually on the wrong side.
Oh dear.
But that's a research thing that I can do before next week.
That does seem
yeah.
important, though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I dig this route. This is a good route I made here.
Okay.
Okay. And oh, it should be able to dock just fine. Because it's got enough room here.
That sounds good.
Okay. Ah. Oh, it looks like it needs a little bit more room on the other side, but that's okay. Let me cancel and turn off self-driving, and we'll debug this tomorrow. But I got it
next
running.
week, rather.
Yeah, next week. Next time on Satisfactory Ball Z.
Oh no. Everything is over 9,000. We're doomed.
Oh no, the radiation count is over 9,000. All right. Well, I'm in a good place to stop if you want to.
Yeah, let me set up this sign here, because I want to do that before my train of thought does other things. Let's do the icon. Great. Let's see. And you are all the way back down there. So we should give each other the tours of our respective things.
Yeah.
I guess I'll come towards you. That'll give me another chance to try out the longer version of this tube here.
Sure.
If you, I guess you can start where you are, because we're gonna be looking at the train.
Yeah. Oh. Yes, this is. So yeah,
Now, is the train something we can just stand on to ride as it's running automatically, or
Yeah.
would we? Okay, so it'll actually make sense. For me
We
to
don't
go
even
down
need
here.
to. We don't even need to stand on it. We just ride in it.
Oh, okay.
Boom! There we go. Okay, cool. I figured out what the problem was. I had the station here set to load instead of unload.
Okay. Okay, so now that I'm here, I need to make my way towards you, which is fine.
Okay.
There you are.
Cool. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Watch out, that train is going away. Okay, that's going down.
So it is. All right, well, I'll just make sure not to walk on any tracks, because tracks are now live.
Yeah. Yeah, how many weeks has it been since I started making these?
Well, like you said, it's a thing with a long build but a long payoff.
Yes.
Or
that's the
long
idea.
build but large payoff.
Yeah.
Although, if
There we
if
go.
you really do need to make a whole separate station for each item, that is kind of a lot.
It is the least painful way to do it. Trust me.
Okay, well, I see the station has been named after our favorite security officer here.
Excellent. I was hoping you would catch that.
Let's see. I will. So I'm thinking you've probably been working mostly on the train today.
Yes.
Probably not too much change with these buildings. Well, we can get on the
No
train
change.
and go where it takes us, and then we can see what I was working on.
Well, let's see. Where
How
is
long?
the train currently?
I guess it's
okay,
heading out
it
that way.
is-
We could just walk up to Silicon Valley, actually, because
Yeah.
if you want to take the tube, it's more fun to go in
Yeah,
that
let's do
direction
that.
anyway.
What's
Okay.
that?
Whoop.
But you can also kind of get a sense of like how I'm doing the various like connections to the trunk line here.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like this single track here. This is kind of what I was imagining we would set up for you.
Okay.
Basically, like what I'll do is I'll bring the double track line up this hill somehow. And then we'll basically like kind of splinter off into single tracks for all the various stations that you want.
Ooh, okay.
That way they don't need to like all be right next to each other or whatever. You can kind of place them where they make sense and then, go from there.
Interesting. Probably would want to have them up high then, but I'll have to figure out what would make sense for that.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, so quartz. So
Let's
to
take
start
it.
off with, actually making the quartz, that's over on this side where the quartz is. You can see that the quartz is coming along this fast belt here, which goes all the way back to the quartz area where it's being made on the top floor there.
Ooh, okay, cool.
And loads of silica underneath, and plenty more quartz where that came from.
Nice.
The quartz,
Nice.
as they say, is always with us.
May the quartz be with you.
And if we follow the quartz,
Baseball's the
then we
TV
come over
show.
here.
Speaking of that, did you hear that they're actually doing Spaceballs too? Yeah, that's about my reaction.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Ahem.
Yeah.
Anyway, large
Yeah.
blue building. Large blue
Is this the
building
one
with
you were working on?
yes, large blue building with blue machines inside making crystal oscillators.
Ooh.
The top is still open, so it's easy for us to just swoop in and out. Oh, this is what I was doing with the belts coming through the window. It kind of just looks like we left one pane of glass out and we're just sending it in the window.
That's cool.
So, just a different look.
Yeah.
And then the AI limiters is also framed by a great big wall, just cuz.
Yeah.
So that's
dig
the
it.
new stuff over here. Now, the really fun thing is, if we come up over here, you see there's a tube
Ooh.
entrance.
Bay Area ridiculous tube. Ah, Bart. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. It's cute. I understood that reference.
Yay!
And of course,
And
it's
it is more
following
fun
me.
going this way because it's downhill. It mostly follows.
Yeah, but you've got some. I see why you compared it to not TTD, Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's
So
cool.
yeah, now it's easier
then,
for me to get back and forth here.
Hell yeah! And then we can also see the changes that I've made over this way.
Yeah, because this is where your train station is.
Yeah, so I've got kind of
Ah, and you left space for this
continuing the
oil
highway.
node. Excellent.
Yep. So this is another kind of single spur off of the double track, and this just collects some some crude oil that gets shipped off to Weapons Wharf.
Cool. Of course, the train would be in absolutely the wrong place for us to see.
Yeah, hilariously, it just stopped at Weapons Wharf. So, but yeah, this is it actually like works so far. I still got to figure out how to get the. I think I need to set this. Yeah, because basically I want to set it so that the train is always going on the right side track coming out of this station. So that it will stay on the correct side coming out, because we are right-hand drivers here. But yeah, it's good times. So
Cool.
and
Wow, the
because-
confusing creature is just going
Yeah.
right through the station, not caring whatsoever.
Yep.
Whee! Whee!
So yeah, I drew that oil from this little node over here instead of using the normal node. But it's modular, so it's just like, okay, whatever, wherever the oil needs to come from. It's not that much, so I'm not too worried about it.
Oh, okay. You took it from this pipeline. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, because I saw that this wasn't being fully utilized.
Yeah, and I don't know if it will be, but if we needed to, we could swap it to this other one, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
That's a normal
It's not a
one.
large volume, so like I'm not too worried about it.
Okay. That's
In
fine.
fact, I'll be surprised if this train makes more than a few trips in like its entire life. But
Oh dear.
it's there to test the system, and I think it has succeeded at that.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Hello again, confusing creature.
Mm-hmm.
Whee!
All right. Well,
Cool.
I would say that I accomplished my objectives for tonight. How about you?
I think I accomplished mine as well. I think it's a lot for me to think about, but one of the things to think about is basically the plan for the batteries is
Yeah.
because if I look up again how to make a classic battery, so aluminum and plastic are both out here, but copper is now also out here, out by the
Yeah.
aluminum, which means I can make wire. So
Okay.
all I have to do is like bring a load of sulfur over here manually, make a few batteries, and then set up a thing for drones to continue delivering sulfur so that they can make their own batteries.
Okay.
So once it's primed, it should be pretty self-sustaining.
Cool. Cool. I do like that.
And one of the nice things about drones is if you set up, say, a drone port that will just be sending stuff out, you can send drones from any other location to that same drone port to pick up stuff. And of course, it won't necessarily be a balanced system, because if the drones all arrive one after the other, then the first one in the line will get a big pile, and the other ones won't get as many as the thing fills up. But it means you can potentially have drones coming in from all different locations, all grabbing batteries to take elsewhere.
Or to fuel themselves.
Right, yeah. So you can, once you get your fuel distribution set up, you can actually have the drones do at least some of their own fuel distribution, and either that, or you can do what I did in my last playthrough and like have the drone port sitting right by a fuel factory, and then that's fueling the drone port, and I forget exactly how all of it was set up, but I had a drone port there. I had one kind of back at the main hub delivering complex things back to close to the space elevator, and then I had one kind of out in the aluminum area. Things were distributed a little differently than they are here, but that's part of the fun. So
Nice.
But that's kind of my plan for building a system that needs priming, but then should be self-sustaining.
Nice. And we're going to do that with batteries to start, but like you said, we can do, fuel or turbo fuel or whatever for next time.
Yeah, I mean, anywhere that we're making fuel, if we can package that fuel, we can power drones with it. And I would say that, honestly, fueling drones with regular fuel is kind of a drag just because it takes so much, but turbo fuel is efficient enough to be convenient.
Okay.
You wouldn't want to use biofuel because you can't automate that, and drones will just keep on flying.
Yeah.
Even if there's nothing for them to pick up. But turbo fuel works. Anything stronger than turbo fuel works. Nuclear fuel works if you're willing to have radioactive things flying around. I've never done that, but you could.
You could. I won't, but you could.
You could do that if you were insane.
Yes, exactly. See, you get it.
So yeah, there are certainly options, and they certainly don't have the volume that a train could handle, but if you can get the fuel distribution down, then the point-to-point convenience of it is just really nice.
Yeah, I mean, especially for like lower volume parts, like that's got to be fantastic.
Yeah, like there was this one drone I had that was going, basically, I had this area where I was making aluminum and like, I had all the like quantum dark
Mm.
matter stuff all happening at the same place. And so I had this couple of drone ports where the one going out was all this advanced stuff that was getting taken back to the main base to get combined into like the end game things. Like, nuclear pasta, you need tons of copper dust and you need the really advanced cubes, basically. So I was making the super advanced cubes and bringing them in on a drone, and then the copper dust was just being made in the desert, because that's basic. And I just had this whole, like, sorting line of all the different things coming in from this drone, and they all went into this belt and got sorted into bins, and it was great.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So
there we go.
So yeah, that's
Excellent.
the story.
Nice. And
So-
I've got smokeless powder getting made.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, if you can just keep in mind that we need some of that for things in the MAM.
Yeah, this is going straight into rifle ammo, but you know what? Let's double this, and then I'll place a splitter on it.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna need the. You know what? Why am I fighting this monster? I
wait.
don't have to.
There should be are you over at Oil Ocean?
I am.
At the at that original like oil node, the one that feeds into the fuel, there should be a storage container that's just like full of smokeless powder.
I thought I saw something like that somewhere. I'd forgotten where it was. Let's see. There's the oil node. There's a thing. Yeah, there it is. You know what? I'm just gonna plunk a dimensional depot on top of it. Problem solved.
Sure. Boom. There you go.
We can deal with the research later.
Sure.
Okay, well, I'm gonna save the game.
Okay.
Go ahead and stand in a safe spot.
Yep.
I suppose it might remember the fact that you were floating, but some things you might not want to take a chance with.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. And all right, I will send us to the outro screen. And exit to desktop. Don't respawn. Not when I'm all the way out here.
Oh no! My connection to the host was lost.
Sigh.
Hey, at least it was on purpose this time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat, for
Yeah.
joining us.
Yeah, hell
Thank
yeah.
you, raiders. And
Yeah.
I will see who we can raid. Let's see.
All right. Well, I will see you next week.
Okay. See you next week. And okay, Salford Sal is playing Timberborn. Hard mode, spillage, robots, and automation. What the title doesn't make clear, if you don't know about Timberborn yet, is that there are beavers involved. So, I'll send you over to Salford Sal. Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next Tuesday for more Satisfactory. I should be here Thursday night for Slipstream Rogue Space, and probably back to Coral Island this Sunday. Last Sunday, last minute plans came up, so I took the week off, but should be back to the normal schedule. So I will see you all next time for whatever you'd like to join us for, and see you next time.